it runs. Let me see here. Okay. Hello and good morning, everybody. There we go. I needed to make sure everything was actually running and starting. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Amazing Nation. So grateful to have all of you guys here on this awesome and wonderful day of Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday, for those who are not familiar, Giving Tuesday is, in a sense, we'll say a national holiday for nonprofits. This is probably one of the biggest days of the year for us. It is a huge chance and opportunity for people to be able to give and to support the missions that they believe are most important. And I'm here to share with you the importance of the Amazing Nation and why it's a good idea for you to donate and why we need your help, honestly, because this is like a big mission. What we're doing is we're trying to create a world where no one suffers alone. And doing that requires a lot of hard work. It's a lot of labor. We're going out to schools, we're going to the colleges, we're on the road. Actually, we had our team out in New York City and New Jersey City for a whole month, just encouraging people, going to homes, churches, schools, and putting on events, doing like middle school, kindergarten, going all the way up to high school, just to really be present to encourage all these people. And it's not easy to be able to just go out there. And that's the reason why we have all these donors and why it's so important for having people come on board with us to be partners. Because those that join, you guys are co-laborers in the vineyard. And that is a beautiful thing because, sometimes maybe let's say you have 5 kids and you're not able to maybe go out and do ministry, but it's on your heart to do that. That's what you being a donor allows you to do. Because some people, they go by giving and others give by going, right? We give by going. We go out there to the schools and we go out there to encourage the people. But when you donate, that allows you also to go. So I want to share with you guys just this beautiful story that happened recently when I was out on mission. We were doing a bunch of events, and it was really cool because I shared my story, and at the end of the event, all the team, we stood up to go and pray with all of the kids that were at this event. And this kid came up to me and he really relayed with my story and just the suffering that he had toward himself. He'd struggled a lot with his self-worth. And he kind of felt as though he was worthless and there was no purpose for him being in this world. And I was able to not just pray with him, but also to help him to find that help. So that way there was someone that also knew that was able to walk with him and to kind of help him through this time. And that wasn't just me that was able to go and talk to this kid. That was all of you guys, all of you donors out there, all of you supporters, all you believers. You guys were there in spirit talking to this kid and encouraging him and building him up. And now he's doing much better, honestly. Like after I was able to really talk to him, pray with him, I gave him a Bible. I brought him over to his teacher to help him talk with her. So that way they're able to have that. And there was able to be safety within him. And that was something that you guys were able to do as donors. And that's why it's so beautiful and essential to have you guys on this mission, because you were the ones encouraging that kid to help him to share that he was struggling, but also so that way he was able to have someone to help him out of it. And so I just want to share, what is this Amazing Nation? What is the Amazing Nation? Why is it here? Why do we exist? We exist to raise up courageous and authentic leaders to be living witnesses for Jesus Christ. That's why we exist. That's why we're here. And what we do is we facilitate dynamic events to serve communities, churches, schools, and sports teams. This is our mission. This is our why. And how we behave is we lead through courage, authenticity, and obedience. That comes from 2 Timothy 1:7. That scripture verse is where our evangelical virtues come from, which is we did not receive a spirit. Oh my goodness. I'm forgetting my scripture verses. Usually I'm faster at this, but it's an early morning. I apologize. But it is, we have a spirit of power, love, and self-control. And that is the spirit that we received. And that is the spirit of evangelization. That's what we do. And why we need the support is because we can't do this alone. We can't go out there just on our own to go and make a difference. We need a team. We need others. So that's why I'm inviting you to be able to donate and to support us. So if you want, you can go to amazingnation.org/make a donation. And that'll be an easy way for you to hop on and to donate. And this is a tax write-off and everything because we're a nonprofit or a 501c3. So you doing this can be your tax write-off for the year, is to help support this mission, because we're going out there and we're looking suffering in the eyes, but we're not walking away from it. We're running towards it. And that is something that's so important and so needed, because there are so many people who are hurting. I'm actually going to be having one of our teammates come up. His name is Alex Ruston. He's going to be sharing a perspective from his end on from the ministry line of work that he's in within our ministry, which is the Your Amazing Sports Outreach. Your Amazing Sports Outreach is a beautiful thing that we do, where we are in the schools. We are with the athletes. We're with all the student body. We're with the coaches, and we're bringing encouragement. And that's what Alex is going to be sharing with you guys. I'm excited to have him come on and share with all of you guys just what he does and how he's bringing encouragement through your guys' help and donations. So I'm going to have Alex come on, and he's going to share his mission.
What's up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Alex Ruston. I'm the coordinator for our sports outreach. For those of you just tuning in to the live, it's Giving Tuesday. We are going live today. Our goal and our ask today is that you will give $111. One heart, one God, one mission to help support us, so we're able to continue to impact the lives that we go out to reach each and every day. And we can't do it without you. We actually have a donation match today. So your $111 will go a long way. It'll be $222 up to $80,000 today. We have a donation match. So now is the time. You're the one. Please come and help us and join us on this mission to go and impact lives. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a little bit about our sports outreach, the athletes that we impact on a day-to-day basis. On the college level, within high schools, Catholic schools, public schools. I'm going to share a little bit of kind of the work that we do and how it's impacting lives. But first, I want to share with you guys a little bit of my background and my story, and how I got into this, line of work. For me, I was a high school athlete. By my junior year, I was a starting quarterback at my high school. I was on a state championship basketball team, went 26-0, ranked 18th in the entire country. All during that time, I was praised or criticized by my athletic abilities or talents, but I wasn't encouraged for who I was. And so it left me an identity crisis. And for the first time in my life, I felt like I didn't have a purpose. I didn't have like a call. I didn't have a direction. And I struggled a lot through that. But it was through the grace of God that he met me in that point, and where I realized that, I have a great call. And that call is to go out and to encourage and to impact other athletes and to reach them where they're at, so that they can take every aspect of their game, every aspect of the game of basketball, the game of football, the game of soccer, and find who you are and who God's called and created you to be, because that's what was given to me. And that's the gift that this mission has given me as well, and for my family. So I want to share with you guys a little bit of tangibly how we do that, how we make that a reality for these other athletes that we go out and serve, and what we do, within the high schools. So we partner with public high schools and Catholic schools, as well as Catholic universities, to run huddles. Essentially, a huddle is an athlete-focused Bible study. So in a huddle group, we'll come together. It'll be an athlete-focused event, a focused Bible study, where you can come together and find a deeper purpose, a deeper call within the game that you play. And so we'll lead workouts within the schools. We'll challenge athletes to ask them, who are you working out for? Every aspect, right? Every aspect of the game is meant for a deeper purpose. Oh, I'm working out for my mom. I'm working out for my brother. I'm working out for my cousin that's battling depression. I'm working out for, my sister who's got a big test coming up, right? One, that pushes you to be a better athlete. And two, it gives you a deeper purpose, because you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for somebody that's suffering. And so, we encourage athletes, through this line of work, to be able to step out and to encourage others, not only as yourself, but to step out and encourage others around them. And so, our goal is that every athlete will be pillars within their community. We'll step out and to encourage the kid that's sitting by themselves at a lunch table. Could you imagine if you had the top athletes in the school stepping out and encouraging the kid that's sitting by himself? It's impactful. It's very impactful. And that's what we see within these schools. One of the high schools that we've worked at formerly, we had a kid that, he was involved in huddles, his 2 years within this high school. He was a core team leader. He helped lead the entire school. The entire school came together for a huddle, grounded in the word of God, was encouraged through their testimonies. He was a big part of that and making that happen. He's graduated and went on to play D1 football, and I'm still in contact with him. But he just called me the other day, and he said that before a game, he led his entire football team in a huddle, which was pretty cool that he's carrying this on, to his college athletic career. But it just shows you, one, where your donation goes and where your support goes. It goes to impact individual lives, right? This is a kid that he's not just impacting his high school, he's going on and impacting his college, impacting his teammates there, going on to impact his family down the road. Right? It's generational impact. And, for us, that's our goal. The colleges that we serve at, we have a partnership with Franciscan University and Ave Maria. Really cool that, we got to, this past August, we went down and led a retreat for the Ave Maria Captains Club. And so these are student leaders, spiritual captains, that are stepping out in faith in their team. And with this retreat, we really train them in how to run huddles for themselves, how to be, servant leaders, and how to evangelize, how to witness their faith on their team. And it's really cool to see the impact that they've done with that in this semester. So they've taken that and they've gone out in their first huddle that they ran on their college campus. They had over 200 student athletes at the school on campus coming together for Christ. And, that just speaks something, within these Catholic schools, right? Because at some of these Catholic colleges, it can be tricky. You have athletes coming in that are there for their sport. Maybe are striving away from the mission of the university. And our goal is to, just to invite them into the mission of the university, that they're serving at, that they're called to. At Franciscan University, we're there 2 times a month. We work with a core team of student athletes to help them run team huddles on their team and help them to run a big campus-wide huddle event where you have athletes, and we had around 100 athletes coming out, coming out for Christ at that event. And so it just shows that, when you have a deeper focus, when you have a deeper purpose in the game that you play, the game ends for everybody, but who you are is something that's eternal. And that's the message that we strive to give, to these college students, to these high school students, that we're going out and serving on a day-to-day basis. So that's a little bit about our sports outreach and kind of what's going on. But just a reminder, it's Giving Tuesday. This is an opportunity. We can't do this mission without you. And so please, I just invite you, there'll be a link here below, link here through YouTube that you can, donate. But we're asking for $111, one heart, one God, one mission. That donation is matched today. So your donation will be matched today, and it's an opportunity for you to give, for these student athletes so that they can be encouraged and they can be impacted. But thank you guys so much. Thank you for all of your support. We can't do this without you. God bless and happy Giving Tuesday.
Thanks so much, Alex, just for sharing all of that. So yeah, as you can see, this isn't something we're just kind of just doing, right? There's actual fruit. This is real. There's impact, there's change, there's transformation. And on these campuses, just like what Alex is sharing, like these kids they're choosing to do it. Like that, it's amazing that it's like we're not even there sometimes, and they're still running this because they're starting to see the truth. And the truth is who you are. That's what counts, right? You're a son, you're a daughter, and that's what this mission is. That's how you make a world where no one suffers alone. You don't go up to the person and ask them like, "Oh, how's your favorite sports team?" No, you ask them the real question. You ask them, "How's your mom? How's your dad?" When you can ask someone that question, it might come out awkward sometimes. It's just like sometimes they don't really know how to respond. It's like they might be going through something, but what's really the key is whether they're going through something or not, you're able to share with them that you care about who they are before what they do. And that is something that's so important and so lost actually within our culture, is that people are afraid to ask about who each other is, because we're got into a culture where we're a what for what instead of a what for who. That's what it's supposed to be, that the things that we do is for who someone is, not what they do. And this is where this mission comes into play. Like what Alex is doing with Your Amazing Sports Outreach and his team, they're going to these athletes and saying, hey, this game isn't everything, but who you are, especially who you are in God's eyes, that's everything. And that's what we're bringing. And that's what we need to do. So if you're able to do that, it's not easy, but if you can go and ask someone like, hey, how's your mom? How's your dad? And you ask them that. And if they share like, like my dad's suffering right now, actually, he's in the hospital. In that moment, you're able to really care for them and you can love them in that moment. And that person's going to remember that. They're always going to remember like, wow, that guy, like I didn't even know who he was, but he cared enough about who I was to ask me how my dad was and to love me through the suffering that I'm going through. And that's what we do. That's what our mission is. And like what Alex kept saying, this is what we're asking. It's for one mission. It's for one heart. It's for one God. That's what we're asking for, $111. So if you're able to give that, that's amazing. So again, go to amazingnation.org/make a donation, and you can go and donate there. Honestly, if you go to our website, amazingnation.org, there's the donate button and like that big picture in the front. All of that is a button to take you to the donate link, because we really need the help. We can't do this alone. We need a team. And that's why we're inviting you guys to be on this team, to make a difference, to change the world. Right now, what we're looking at for our numbers wise, so our goal is to, with our match, is to make it all the way up to 80,000. So that's why we're asking to everybody, because we need the help to get there. It's not an easy task to make it there. We have made it to about 25,000. Which is amazing to start it off. We've been starting our donations early, and the fact we're already here is amazing. So thank you to everybody who has donated already, and just your continued support and prayers. This is what's making a difference, is your guys' help and your guys' care and your guys' love. But yeah, so please continue to encourage others, and we'll keep going at this. We have a couple more lives, and we're going to be sharing the next live at 1 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be sharing about events. We'll have Gina Maranzano hopping on, who is our events manager, and she's going to share about how the events that we go to, so from Justin Fatika's speaking events to just having our team go in and doing a confirmation retreat, being in the schools, or putting on an all-school retreat. She's going to be sharing about that. And then later on in the afternoon, we're going to have some of the more of the teammates come on just to share their why they're even here. So I'll be at 3:20 that the team will just come on and share from their side. This is why I'm here, and this is why this is important. And finally, at 7 p.m., our finance manager, Karen Plana, will be hopping on, and she's going to be sharing just kind of her story and like what this mission really is and why your guys' help is so important and so needed. So thank you all to everybody who hopped on. I'm very encouraged, and I look forward to seeing anyone hop on again for later. Remember that you're amazing, and I'm not saying that just because it's a tagline or something. No, why I'm saying it is because that's who you are. That's who you are. God said that you're amazing, and if God said it, it must be the truth, and that is a fact, and that's a period right there. You're amazing. That's it. The truth, and you can't change that. It's amazing, right? Wow, you can't change who you are because God said so. That's phenomenal. You matter. Thank you so much for everyone hopping on. God bless, and I hope to see you later.